my little town, I grew up believing God keeps his eye.
Good morning, Santa Clarita Valley. This is your host, Perry Smith. I'm here at the Santa Clarita Spotlight with my guests in studio, Bob Kellar, Mayor Bob Kellar, and City Manager Ken Striplin. And we're going to talk about some Santa Clarita things for the next hour. There's a lot of big things happening in our city. I think one of the foremost things on everybody's mind is the budget issue, and that's just getting going, is my understanding.
That is correct. The budget process just kicked off about 2 weeks ago. We had an opportunity to present the state of the budget to the City Council at the City Council study session last Tuesday. So the process has officially kicked off.
I understand there's quite a few different angles that you guys are looking at as far as public safety and parks and rec. What are some of the issues with the budget this year? What are we looking at?
I think you touched on some of them. The public safety always is a top priority for the City Council and this community. And as you know, we've invested significant resources in public safety over the last 25 years, and that'll be no different going forward. We've picked up quite a bit in terms of new people, new residents, and new territories. So we'll have to look at expanding public safety and the resources and the customized programs that we've put together as a community into those communities as well. So public safety will certainly be at the top of that list. Maintenance is always a priority for us, and it's not something that sounds sexy or people really get too excited about, but maintenance is something that we pay a lot of attention to. And as you drive around this community, we want to make sure that the roads are smooth, that you're not dodging potholes, that the roads aren't deteriorated, that you don't see crumbling sidewalks and lifted sidewalks and things of that sort. So we spend a lot of time making sure that this community is well maintained and we stay up to date on that kind of thing. So those will be at least two of the top priorities.
And speaking of public safety, you know, we're looking at obviously when you add 10 square miles like the city has in the last year and 25,000 residents, there's been a couple new deputies too, and then some changes to the law enforcement aspect. Can you talk about that a little bit as far as what's happening there? Yeah,
absolutely. As we approached annexations last year, one of the areas that we took over was the Jake's Way area in the Canyon Country community, and that area has some crime issues that we've experienced over the years, and we knew that bringing that into the community, it would be important for us to dedicate significant resources to make sure that we were providing enough attention to ensure a high quality of life for all of those residents as well. So as part of the budget process last year, we actually added two-man deputy cars to that area, specifically to that area of Canyon Country, and their primary focus has been to go in there and ensure that the quality of life that is enjoyed across the city is equivalent in that area as well.
And I understand there's going to be some works on the parks in the area too. Mayor Kellar had mentioned that at his town hall meeting, and I'd like to talk about that a little bit as far as some work that's being done with the annexed areas. Can you talk to me a little bit about what the city's doing there?
Absolutely. We're very proud of what we've been able to accomplish over the years in the expansion of our parks programs and the entire ability to properly serve the community. We're still at deficit, but we are continuing each and every year to add to our parks. With recent annexations, we picked up 3 parks from the county that we are not responsible for. We're doing a lot of improvements and expansion of services and facilities at those 3 parks. And additionally, in the forthcoming year, we're going to be adding some additional sports fields to Central Park, and there is always a huge deficit. There's a huge waiting list for sports fields. So we're continuing to do all we can to increase the number of fields available to our community and provide a high-quality program for our citizens.
Now, do we know details as far as soccer fields, softball fields, just kind of fields in general, new areas for
Well, that's why we use the word sports field, because obviously they're multi-purpose.
Oh, okay.
And for soccer and softball and adult ball teams, I mean, it goes the gamut. The thing is that we've got these fields available to our community.
And speaking of the new areas, there's also a new community center. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
You bet. We're very excited about our new community center that we have in the Canyon Country area over here off of Sierra and Tiger Way. It's a beautiful facility, not large enough, of course, but it's the first step. And we're going to continue to work to find a permanent location here in the Santa Clarita Canyon Country area for a permanent, full-size community center for our community.
Now, this is a temporary spot. Are there any ideas being shot about as far as where that might be, as far as a permanent home, or that's still in the
Well, that is all
phase?
part of our research right now. We're looking at a couple of sites that we think might be suitable, but again, it takes a lot of a lot of work from city staff as well as working with the community to make sure that we make the right decision.
Okay, and a lot of things to talk about coming up. We're going to talk a little bit about the issues in Sacramento facing our community, and a little bit more when we get back from our next break. If you are listening mobily, KHTS has gone mobile, so be sure to download the free KHTS app on your iPhones and Android devices, where you can listen wherever you go.